Yo, what's up, guys? Good win for Milan today in the Champions League, defeating Girona 1-0. Now, in the starting 11 today, we saw Mattia Gaiba and Stahivia Pavlovic playing together as a center back pairing. We saw Teo Hernandez getting his usual spot at left back. For some reason, Emerson Royal is playing at right back, knowing that he's possibly leaving the club this month. I don't understand why Emerson Royal is playing in this game today. Guys, starting specifically. I'm going to get more into that in a minute or so. But I really think Emerson Royal should have not started this game today. I think Calabria should have started this game today, guys, due to the fact that Emerson Royal is possibly leaving the club this month with the obvious arrival of Kyle Walker coming in. I'm going to get more into that later on in the video, guys. But that is one starting 11 position that I don't think he should have been playing in today, guys. So that was a bit of a questionable call to me by Conceição. Obviously, we had Benacer and Fofana playing in the midfield. You had Reinders, Musa on the right, Leao on the left, and Morata up top. Now, to start the game, guys, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, we're already getting a couple injuries. You know, you see Emerson Royal, 5 minutes into the game, getting hurt. He seems to have hurt his calf of some sorts. He starts limping up the field. Conceição has to make an early change. So he comes off now. I'm hope to God that this does not jeopardize a possible transfer for someone like Emerson Royal, guys, because we need him to be gone because he is not of Milan quality. Of course, with Kyle Walker coming in now, this guy here being hurt now is the worst case scenario for us Milan fans because if Milan cannot offload this guy, that is horrible news for us, guys. Really bad news. If we can't get this guy's wages off the books and maybe possibly get some money with a loan move with an option to buy, of course, like a team like Galatasaray offering us an option there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this guy getting hurt really did not help the team, guys. So obviously Calabria comes in, and then he got hurt a couple minutes later with his shoulder. But luckily enough, nothing too serious, and the game continued to go on. Now, I thought Milan were playing pretty well in that first half, guys. You know, they were really pressing Girona, really dictating play a bit, you know. Yunus Musa had an opportunity in the box, and I'm telling you guys, this guy drives me bloody nuts. I like this kid's talent. I think he's a really good young player. But my God, when he gets into the final third and in the box, his brain goes missing. It honestly does. He is wide open in front of the net there, and instead of taking the shot, he tries to make a pass. Like Conceição said it in a press conference once after a game, that these guys got to be a little bit more selfish at times. And he's right. Right there in that moment, Musa should have shot the damn ball. And he didn't. He makes a pass. It goes for a corner kick. Nothing happens, of course. And then after, later on, he takes a great shot. He hits the post. That's the type of shit that I know he can do. He needs to start doing more shit like that. Taking more shots from outside the box. Taking more shots. Being a little bit more selfish. We really need Yunus Musa to start scoring some goals. I know he's playing out of position on the right wing there, guys. But you know what? He really had a good opportunity to score there in the first half, guys. 2 good opportunities, obviously. But unfortunately, he didn't put one in the net there, right? So as the game goes on, you know, Morata, he didn't have a great half. I didn't like his game either. You know, I didn't like Teo's game at all. You know, Leao was really good, I felt, in this game. I thought he was spectacular. Man of the match performance, of course. You know, Rafa puts on a platter of a pass to Teo there, and Teo hits the crossbar. It's like Teo was having one of those games today, guys. You know, he just didn't have a very good game other than Leao, who's the best player on the field. Of course, you know, Rafa was all over the field, guys. You know what I mean? And then obviously in the 37th minute, Milan's pressing high. You know, Benacer intercepts the ball. He puts in a great through ball on Rafa. And I got to say, man, what a goal this is by Rafa. To cut to his right, then cut back to his left, and to just power it over the keeper, guys. Spectacular goal by Rafa Leao, guys. The slander that people continuously give this guy is absolutely pathetic, if you ask me. He is such a special talent, guys. One of the best players in Serie A, one of the best left wingers in the world on his day when he is a top-class winger, guys. And today he proved that he was great today. He should have had an assist on the tail shot there. Like I said, he hit the bar. Leao could have had another goal possibly. You know, there's many opportunities, guys, for Milan in the first half. But unfortunately, the story of the season, guys, Milan continue to squander multiple opportunities. This game could have been easily 2-3-0 if Musa and Teo bear their opportunities. You know what I mean, right? But that first half I thought was really positive by Milan. I thought they played well. Magnan made some big saves as well, you know, kept it 1-0. You know, I thought Milan played really well defensively, very compact. It looked a lot more solid under Conceição, of course, than Fonseca, guys, right? And obviously this is Conceição's first game managing Milan in the Champions League, of course, because Fonseca was managing the last 6 games in the Champions League. And I thought Milan looked a lot differently in this game than when they did last time under Fonseca, of course. But in the second half, though, guys, I have to say, I didn't like Milan's second half. I thought Milan were really stagnant in attack-wise. Really didn't do much. They did have some chances early on in the second half, but not much to really threaten Girona, and that's the problem. You got to have that killer instinct, get that second goal, kill the game off, possibly a third. You know what I mean, guys? They'll squander the opportunities in the first half. Milan didn't do it in the second half, guys. Girona, they almost tied the game up. Brian Gill takes a great shot in the 60th minute. He beats Magnan, but luckily enough, he is offside by a toe. Luckily enough, just by a toe, he's offside, negates the goal. Milan, the game stays 1-0 for Milan, of course, and Milan obviously go on to win the game, but it wasn't a very good second half, guys. Like I said, very stagnant attack, compact defensively, which is obviously positive to see. They looked good defensively and did give Girona much, but Girona had more possession. I didn't really like Milan's second half. It just wasn't good enough for me, guys, if you ask me. I think Milan need to do a lot more. And this is why Conceição has told the club to make some moves in the market, because this team has no depth. Obviously, you see guys like Reinders, who looks dead. Obviously, Reinders does not have the same step he did at the beginning of the season, because the guy's playing every fucking game, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Compared to last year's, he played like over 50 games, playing every game this year, guys. Him and Fofana both. The poor guys get no damn rest. And I thought they played pretty well today, especially Benacer. Benacer was really good today, guys. Probably his best match since coming back from injury, guys. Obviously, Benacer's got to regain his form, but he's starting to. You can see it in his play, especially with the assist to Leao. I thought Benacer was the best midfielder out of the three between Reinders, Fofana, and himself. And in the defense, guys, I thought Pavlovic and Gabbia played okay. They weren't amazing, but Girona didn't threaten them much, and they did what they had to do. Pavlovic got a couple interceptions. Gabbia did the same thing. They played really well, I felt. Those two don't play often together, of course, as well, guys. So them playing in their first game under Conceição together, I thought that they were pretty decent. Like I said, I didn't like Teo's game. He didn't really have a great game. Teo missed some opportunities. Didn't really attack much, guys. I didn't like Teo's game. It was one of those games for Teo. Of course, he's another guy who suffers from not having a suitable substitute to come in and give him a break once in a while. So obviously, Teo suffers a lot from that, guys. So you can see the fatigue in his play a bit. Calabria is just brutal. I can't wait for this guy to be gone at the end of the year, guys. He is just absolutely horrendous. Milan's management clearly know that, though, even though they're just as stupid as well. They know Calabria's not good. They know Royal's not good. That's why they're trying to offload him now. These are things, guys, that Milan's manager really screwed up on. And you can see it, obviously, in this game, because you have to play Fofana and Reinders again. You got to play Teo again, of course. Tomori was suspended. That's why Pavlovic played in this game today. Child's dealing with a bit of a knock. No Chakwueze still battling with his hamstring injury, of course. So a lot of injuries still, guys. Cheek, you can't even rely on that guy anymore. The guy is just injury-prone like no tomorrow, guys. So you could see the struggles Milan had in this game, because I think fatigue set in a little bit later on to this game, guys. But Conceição doesn't want to use it as an excuse. But Milan did what they had to do to get the 3 points. That is now their 5th straight win in Champions League, guys. Milan have not done that in 20 years, guys. The last time Milan did that was in 2005. We knew what happened in 2005. I'm not even going to talk about what happened in 2005. We knew what happened then in 2005, guys. Milan now, guys, are in 6th place in the Champions League standing, guys, with a 5 wins, 0 draws, and 2 loss record, guys. Atletico Madrid's ahead of them. Inter's ahead of them. Those teams, Liverpool, the top clubs, those guys are ahead of them. But, guys, 3 teams in the top 8 in Champions League. That is spectacular. Inter, Milan, and Atalanta. That is great, guys. If Milan can get this last win against Dinamo Zagreb in the last match day of the Champions League, guys, Milan will get an automatic round of 16 place. That'll be huge for them, avoiding 2 extra games in the Champions League. Milan can focus on Serie A, rest some of their guys. That is absolutely vital for them, because we all know how much struggles Milan have had in Serie A this year, guys. It's been absolutely horrendous this year, obviously, with that loss to Juve. Milan being in 8th place. It's not good, guys. You can see Milan in the market are really trying to push to sell some of the players they bought in the summertime, knowing they made a mistake. Milan tried to offload Pavlovic to Fenerbahce for 20 million euros. Pavlovic declined the offer. He wants to stay in Milan and prove his worth. Fikayo Tomori, he turns down Juventus after he made it clear as day that he did not want to go to Juventus. Milan's management comes to an agreement with Juventus, and Juve has to try to convince Tomori, and Tomori says, nah, I'm a Milan player. I'm staying with Milan. That is an absolute embarrassment by Milan's management, that a player wants to stay at the club and you still want to sell him. It's a joke. Okay, these people make me sick to my stomach. Now they want to sell Royal now because they know he ain't good, and they're bringing in Kyle Walker, of course. So, speaking of Kyle Walker, guys, so today, of course, Fabrizio Romano confirmed Kyle Walker's coming to Milan today, guys, on an initial loan with an option to buy, of course, for 5 million euros. Easy add-ons, guys, of course, there. Now, Walker's going to make 2.5 million euros to the end of the year. If Milan do decide to buy Walker, he's going to make 4.5 on his next deal, guys. So that is a very good addition for Milan, guys, to get a guy like Kyle Walker in, 5-time Premier League winner, a Champions League winner, guys. The guy's captain of Man City before. He is a leader, guys. He's a winner. He will absolutely bring a lot of winning mentality into this team, guys, compared to a guy like Emerson Royal. Honestly, this is the type of player we need. I know he's 34 years old. It's a 2-year contract if they do buy him. He'll be 36 when it ends. I understand that, but we need somebody in here to play a right back, guys, because those other two guys are not suitable enough, if you guys ask me. Now, the other position, obviously, that Conceição has been really talking about a lot, guys, is at striker position, of course. Now, we got guys like Morata and Abraham, of course, who are not scoring enough, guys, and Milan's management clearly see that. So they're going after a guy in Santiago Jimenez who plays for Feyenoord. He scored 2 goals today for Feyenoord, beating Bayern Munich 3-0. So he's also pointing to the badge of Feyenoord, saying he's staying there. So we're going to see what happens, guys. He did talk about how Milan's a massive club. You can't turn them down if they do come calling. Jimenez, I don't know much about him, guys. Feyenoord want 40 million euros for him. It's the money Milan we're going to offer Bologna for Xerxes. So will they make this offer now to Feyenoord, get a guy like Jimenez in to help Milan's goal-scoring struggles, of course, because Milan do not have an out-and-out number 9 that could possibly score 15 to 20 goals for them this year. It's just not in their cards right now with guys like Abraham, Morata, Jovic. Those guys cannot do it at that type of pace. Now, I'm not saying Jimenez can, but I know he's a more suitable striker for Milan, guys, and they need somebody in here to score some goals for them. Another guy, obviously, there's been talk about is Joao Felix, of course. He'd be nice, but Chelsea don't seem to want to let him go on loan. So there's a little bit more complications regarding Joao Felix. But Walker's coming in now. Jimenez possibly, guys, we'll have to see in the next couple days. The market's got a week and a half left before it ends, guys. So hopefully Milan can get some reinforcements in, guys. Sell some dead weight. Get rid of some guys that are not going to do this team any well, guys, because we all see that the lack of depth in this squad is really hurting this team, guys, and especially in their placement in Serie A. But listen, guys, good win for Milan today. 5 straight wins in Champions League after losing the first 2 to Leverkusen and Leverkusen and Liverpool, of course. So that's always positive, guys. You know, you beat teams like Bratislava, Red Star Belgrade, Bruges, Madrid, now Girona. Very positive, guys. Like I said, continue to get wins, guys. Get 3 points. Hopefully they beat Zagreb on the last day. Get the automatic qualification. Milan need to get shit going again in Serie A, guys. You can see that they're starting to understand Conceição's system more and more. It's only been 3 weeks, guys. So Milan are starting to acclimatize to his tactics, his system, and everything. Leao seems to be fully involved in the coach's tactics and everything. You know, Rafa's tracking back saying the coach cares about him. He wants him to do well. All these things. Things you did not hear Leao say when Fonseca was managing this club, guys. So positive things, guys, under Conceição. And the fact that Conceição said, guys, in his press conference after the game today, that he doesn't even have a damn house. The guy sleeps at Milanello 24/7. The guy has proven that he is committed to this club moving forward and wants to do whatever it takes to get Milan back to top 4, guys. And top 4 is a very, very tough reach now, guys. So obviously, we know that. But it doesn't mean that Milan cannot do it. So hopefully they can, guys. And hopefully they get some reinforcements coming in. But good win for them today, guys. And let's hope they continue this positive stretch. But guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Milan sempre, guys. Remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a more. Ciao, guys.